Hey guys, thanks for joining me for the second part of the Plan of Action online coaching course. I'm so excited to have you. Thanks again for joining me a second time. Just to go over what we discussed last week, we uncovered your purpose, right? We went through a few questions to help you understand your destination, where you're going. First question we looked at was what sets your heart ablaze, right? What are the things that get you excited? Do you love being around kids? Do you love taking care of kids? Do you love being an athlete? Do you love being a wife? Do you love being a business owner? Do you love being an entrepreneur? What gets you excited and sets your heart ablaze? Who are you, right? It is that title: mom, entrepreneur, athlete, advisor, consultant, financial analyst, whatever it is you are. Understand what your title is. What are you known for? What do people say about you, right? In the future, what are people saying about you? What do they know you for? What are you doing? Now, keep in mind, this is in the future, so have a clear understanding of what you are doing, who you're doing it for, and also why you're doing it. Why is it important that you do it, right? So these are the things that we covered in the last course. Today, we're covering your core gears, establishing your core gears. Now, if you know anything about gears, if you drive a stick shift car or anything of that sort, you know that when you shift from the first to second gear, you're accelerating, you're moving up in speed, you're increasing your speeds, right? So what I want you to think about in this case is, right, a gear really is this, is it's a technology that allows you to put in a small amount of force or energy and have it multiplied into a bigger amount of energy or force, right? So you're really just multiplying effort, right? So if you put an effort in one side, it gives you three times or five times the effort you put in the first place. Okay, so that's how you kind of think about gears, and that's what we're talking about here. Is you have three core levers, core gears that accelerate you to your purpose, to that destination. Now, if you think about a car, and you're in this car, it's the fuel. So your heart, the things that you want to do, right? That's where you're going. Okay. Now this car is taking you there, but it needs fuel to get you there, right? So it's these core gears are the fuel that you pour on this flame on your heart that keeps you going, right? And the first core gear is your passion, right? And that is that is where the fire, right? That is where the fire continues to just stay ablaze. Is, for example, I use myself as a scapegoat all the time. I am the example. So, for example, my purpose is to be an advisor to world leaders. Okay, so my passion has to support that. If it doesn't, I'm in trouble. Okay, so I'll give you an example. My passion is learning. I told you in the last video, I read at least 6 books a month, and in some cases even 8. You may ask how I do that. It's a combination of audiobooks and regular books and a ton of podcasts, you name it. But I'm always consuming information and knowledge. I talk to people. I ask them questions. I love to interrogate. So I love to learn. That's one passion. A second passion is I love to teach. Right? I love to teach online courses. I love to teach people. I love to just continue to help people advance and to grow. And the next thing is I love people. I have a genuine passion to see people grow, to see people become better, to see people happy. So all those passions support me wanting to be an advisor for world leaders, right? Now the next thing to think about is, and this is critical, what can you be the best at? Now, I can be the best coach or consultant, but that's too vague. There's so many people out there, right? I want to make sure I know what I'm doing, and everyone else knows what I'm doing, and everyone knows what I am the best at. In my case, what can I be the best at? I can be the best at getting people from successful to great. From successful to great. That is what I'm going to be the best. I am going to be the best advisor that helps people go from just being successful to great. Very simple, but that allows me to focus, right? All my efforts from here to my destination will then be focused on what I can be the best at and continue to hone in on that skill. The next thing is, this is how you keep the lights on. This is how you eat, you sleep, you breathe. Well, not breathe air. You get air for free. But this is important: is what is the economic value that you provide? Now, when I say provide, in every interaction with a client, my interaction with you now needs to result in you going away with some kind of economic value. Okay, when you go from success to great. Now, keep in mind I'm from Ghana, so my English is great, is good, but you may hear my accent come out every now and then. Okay, so just bear with me. Now, success to great. Keep in mind that when you get to the point where you're achieving greatness in what you do, your value goes up. The amount of money you get paid goes up. The amount of joy you receive goes up, right? So that is the economic value that I provide you. The economic value you provide me is you're paying for this course. It's pretty simple, right? But that is it. There's an exchange of value, economic value, and it's very important that in anything you do, there is an exchange of economic value. Now, even though I may be putting you in a better position to earn more money, to just have a happier, more exciting, passionate, powerful life, I may also receive the same, and I may not receive money in some cases. You do not always have to receive money for what you give, right? You can receive love and joy yourself as well, right? And when I go and do pro bono work, when I do work with nonprofits for free, I receive joy because I see them, impacting the lives of other people out there, and that's the economic value I receive. Is the joy of helping them. Okay, so it's important that you establish these core gears. And the reason I say establish is without gears in your car is not moving. Without gears in your life, you are not moving towards your purpose. You may be moving around, but anybody can push a car, right? But the car is not accelerating, right? We want speed. We want to go into the fifth gear, right? So keep that in mind. The next thing to look at now, we've established, but we have to align. When I say align, if you remember when you did the first activity, uncovering your purpose, right? You answered the first question, and I'll go back to it right here. What sets your heart ablaze? Now, the things that set your heart ablaze need to align to A, your passion, B, what you're best at, and C, your economic value, right? You have to align those. So all you do really is take number one from your purpose, and it's written right here, right? You take number one from your purpose. Excuse me, let me get a drink of my Starbucks coffee. I'm not marketing for them. I just have the cup. That's all. Right, now think about this. When you have your purpose, right? So if, for example, my purpose is to be an advisor for world leaders, and my passion is learning and teaching, do those align? The answer is yes. So in order for me to be an advisor for world leaders, I must have a passion of learning and teaching. Now, those align, and when I say align, your passion is helping you get there. Okay? What you can be the best at, right? Taking action on that is helping you get to your destination. The destination is on this side. I don't know. It's probably because my window's this way. But the destination is on this side, right? Economic value is what's going to keep the lights on. It's what's going to allow you to provide for your family and for your home and give you the time to learn and to teach and to love on people so you can get there, right? So you need to align them. So when I say align, core lever A, core lever B, core lever C need to align to your purpose one. And the same core lever A, B, and C need to align to purpose two, right? So this can get a little tiring, but it's work you have to do. So, and trust me, when you begin setting goals, having this alignment is so key. It is most important thing that you can do. Now, keep in mind, this is not a plan that you're going to keep for the next 5 to 10 years. No, the plan. Now, Dwight Eisenhower said, "Planning is useless," or "A plan is useless. Planning is everything." A plan is useless, but planning is everything. I want you to adopt the same mindset here. Okay, this plan is useless unless you continue to keep planning, right? So your passions, what you can be the best at, your economic value may change, may shift, your purpose may change, it may shift, but this is the most important thing, is that when they do shift or change, they're aligned. Okay, awesome. What to expect next week? Are you missing, making, or hitting the target? Okay, now when I said make, I mean making progress or hitting the target. It is so important. It is so important to know where you're at, how you're doing, why it's important. Okay, and we'll chat more about it in the next course in part 3. I would love for you guys to just go through the you already have the PDF, go through it, allow yourself to start thinking before you watch the next series. So excited to be doing this with you, and see you next time.